In this episode, we're going to find out everything wrong with my 1970 MG Midget. For those of you that are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Really hope you enjoy it. And if you like this kind of content with this cute MG Midget, a Ferrari 360, how's that for a contrast, and a Mercedes AMG C63, it'd be great to have you as a subscriber. So those of you who've been with the channel for a while will know that about a month ago, I picked up this delightful 1970 MG Midget from its first owner. Click on the pop-out banner up here to watch the video of me collecting it from Moss Vale in the Southern Highlands. Since then, I've driven Madge, as I've named her, quite a bit, and generally she drives really well. But you've got to remember that she's over 50 years old, and like anything that's over 50 years old, myself included, things are going to start wearing out and will need attention. So I decided to take Madge for a checkup with renowned British sports car specialist Peter Moxham of Moxham Garage in Thornley, just north of Sydney. We pick up the story as I head out to pick up Madge after her inspection. We're off to pick up Madge the Midget. She's been into Moxham Garage, which is up in Thornley. So I decided to get her checked over. I know Keith had a lot of work done before I bought it, and Moxham Garage are aware of that. They've been given the list of stuff that's been done. I just wanted to get it checked over because I guess just to be sure that everything's running okay, I wanted to get it checked over. So just going to get the train up to Thornley and then go and pick up the car. So we're just arriving at Moxham Garage up here in Thornley, as recommended to me as an MG specialist, and seems to have a lot of experience dealing with MGs. Pete, who owns the garage, very knowledgeable. So we'll find out what's wrong with Madge and what needs to be done very shortly.
I've been running this business of my own for 33 years, doing this sort of work. So yeah,
Experience with like all the British
cars and stuff like that. Look, we're essentially MGs, but we're kind of all things British because British is British.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter if it's an MG or a Triumph or whatever it is, they're all very much the same. She's essentially quite a good car, but she's just a little bit rough on the edges. Most of its problems are age related. It's not like it's, and I get the fact too, the people you've bought it off, they've done quite a bit of work to it. But they've done like this much work, and the car probably, like any old car, probably really needs that much work.
Yeah.
So I've got a list of bits and pieces. There's nothing really shocking. I've got, which you can read through the list in your own time.
Okay.
But we've got things like we've got a few gaskets which are weeping oil.
Yep.
We've got, pretty sort of characteristic because of the age. Quite a few hoses, as in not so much radiator hoses. I can see that they've been replaced and repaired and stuff like that, but more around the carburetor.
Okay.
Fuel lines,
Yep.
breather hoses, bits and pieces like that. Carburetor really should come off, be stripped down, be cleaned, jet tubes replaced. Once again, it's not abuse or anything like that. It's just age related.
Just age, yeah.
Old school cars, you've got to think in an old school kind of way. Like, a lot of mechanics, where do we plug the scan tool?
Yeah, exactly.
What's that funny thing with the leads coming out of it? Oh, that's a distributor. It needs a good underbody clean and a good under bonnet clean, because there's a lot of 50 years of grime and bits and pieces. Okay, so that's a good idea. Like I say, it needs a few gaskets and bits and pieces there. The exhaust system's quite rusty, old. It's only got very limited life.
Yep.
Suspension bushes, same thing. They were probably replaced 20 years ago.
Right.
So they're not originals, but they really should be done.
Okay.
Steering rack boots, as much as they're not leaking at the moment, but once again, they're showing signs of age. It's only a matter of time. If you start using this car, it will deteriorate quite a bit. I'd probably even suggest, when I say carburetors, rebuilding, you'd probably go, I could see spark plugs have been changed in that, but I noticed when I drove it, under load up a hill, and you probably heard it yourself, it's pinging.
Yes.
You've heard it rattling in the engine.
Pinging,
yes. So the tune,
pre-ignition.
Yes. The tune needs to be looked at and have some adjustments there. What I normally suggest to people is, you tell me where your budget lies.
Yep.
rather than me telling you and saying, oh, we've got to do all this, you're better off saying, okay, Pete, I've got X amount of money to spend on it. Then I pick the priority items and use your money that way, and what's left over, you do a second visit or whatever you do, or over 2 or 3 visits, whatever you want to do. That's the best way, that's the way I feel you should do it. So, yeah.
Perfect. Thanks, Pete.
No worries.
So a few things will need to be done over the next 6 months or so. I'll probably get the carburetor rebuild done, the front shocks and all the suspension bushings done first, and then leave the wiring loom replacement and the exhaust until later. But lots more content to come on this delightful little MG Midget. Well, that's just about it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber, and hit that notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram down here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.